Okay, let's keep exploring in stealth mode.
Shh.
Spiders.
Hmm?
Got him.
Okay, we made short work of them.
Stay quiet.
Alright, this was another way around this puzzle. Let's back off a bit. Is the big one coming at us?
What you need?
Huh?
Hmm?
Got him.
We's in trouble now. Maybe not. Saving. We're both pretty low on health.
Shh.
Bats as large as chickens are strung in the web. Interesting. A rapier and a bloodstone. That must be the way out. Let me investigate this helmet. Helmets come in many forms, from the humble padded cap to fully enclosed steel great helms. Different cultures tend toward different styles of helmets, but outside of regimented armies, the type of helmet an individual wears often comes down to personal preference. Yeah, but what benefit is it to wearing one? I guess we'll sell it. Looks like we've explored everywhere. We're finally outside. Let's save. Older robed man. Four figures stand silhouetted before an otherworldly apparatus, an ancient structure of chiseled Adra and metallic veins, inscrutable and ominous and looming like a silent observer. Standing motionless in their midst is what appears to be a human body, colorless as stone or ash. The other figures gaze upon it in what might be contemplation. From your vantage point you are well obscured from their view. Older robed man. The face of one of the figures is distantly visible, framed by long tendrils of oily gray hair tinged dark at the ends, and a thick beard that seems to obscure all trace of emotion. His faded robes are embroidered with a runic language unlike anything you have ever seen, and his head is crowned with a strange black headdress with two protrusions jutting out, one on either side like the wings of some profane and malevolent creature.
Oathbinder, bear witness, and see this man has kept his word true to his last breath, full to his blood's last drop. Guide his soul, queen that was, and regard it among your favored. Let his life by the key be his confession. Let his death by the key be his absolution. May he walk the world ever free of the crushing weight of the book. Your brother has done his part. You have seen the power of his contribution. I will accept no further hesitation from the rest of you. In the sight of the queen that was, will you fulfill the oath? Will you take your place beside your brother in the endless esteem of her memory that is without flaw? Step forth and be assured of the great worth of your life's course.
For an instant the apparatus goes quiet and the air is still. Then all at once it erupts with a concussive surge. Light floods your vision and you're knocked to the ground. Your head snaps back as you land and pain wells into the back of your skull, washing your last thoughts away into the black unconscious void. You open your eyes to a different place, another time. You stand in a circular room, grand and domed, its walls lined with Adra and trimmed with copper. The style is ancient, but the chamber is unweathered. What's a slave doing here? At the far end, a great pillar of Adra pierces the floor from below like a ragged spike, its shimmering texture giving the illusion of boundless depth. Encircling the pillar is an apparatus much like the one you have just seen, but immense and multifaceted and intertwined, the work perhaps of a prodigious but fevered mind. Your thoughts are yours and not yours, and they seem to exist before you think them, and they are all questions, pressing questions, troubling questions, questions that must be answered. At the base of the pillar now you see a man with a thick gray beard and ceremonial robe, his oily hair tucked beneath a black cowl, and a strange ornamental headdress. You know this man. You are walking towards him now at a pace that is hurried while trying not to appear so. You have something you want to ask him, one question above all, and the question spins madly in your mind. Gradius. You awaken to find your malaise has broken, only to be replaced with something far more concerning. Faint whispers are audible at the edge of your hearing, like a ringing in your ears that does not subside. Movement flits through your periphery, but when you turn to look, you can see no sign of whatever it was. You find your gaze regularly darting this way and that, an involuntary paranoid tic. If this is a sickness, it may be dangerous to go without treatment for long. The figures at the machine stand frozen in place, flesh and blood replaced by cinders and ash. The man who led them is nowhere to be seen. You find Calliska lying prostrate a short distance away, blood pooled beneath her head. No breath escapes her lips. You are alone and far from help. Gilded Vale may be your best hope of receiving treatment before things get worse. I thought we found the berries. I thought the berries were the cure. Your character has earned enough experience to advance a level. Click the icon in their portrait to level them up. Okay, we should save. And let's try a level up. Okay, stealth. Stealth is good. Athletics. Let's up athletics a bit. We have 6 points to spare. Lore. Okay, lore is used to activate scrolls. Survival. Survival allows characters to make better use of food and potion items they find. The higher the character's survival skill, the longer the duration of such items. Survival can also be used in conversations and scripted interaction. I like that. 1 point to spare. Let's put in mechanics. Now we have class abilities. Lowers the monk's wound threshold, allowing him or her to gain wounds at a faster rate. That's cool. Mortification of the soul. Grants mortification of the soul 3 per rest. Effects are +1 wounds. The monk immediately inflicts enough raw damage on himself or herself to gain a wound. Oh. I'd rather have lesser wounds. And these are weapon focuses, different weapons, but we're bare-handed, so we don't need any of that. Maybe one-handed style? No, not one-handed style. We're using both hands. Defensive, hold the line, snake's reflexes, bear's fortitude, weapon and shield, graceful retreat. Utility, fast runner, scion of flame. +5 damage reduction from burn, +20 burn damage. That's pretty cool. Secrets of Rhyme. Passive, +5 damage reduction from freeze. Okay, these are all like different damage types. Fire, cold. Quick switch. -1.5 weapon change recovery, -4 grimoire cooldown. Wound binding. +84.8 health over 9.9 seconds. 1 per rest. Allows the healing of a modest amount of health on the user. Grants wound binding. That might be good. Field triage. Allows the healing of a small amount of health on an ally. Let's go with the class lesser wounds. Are we done? I think we're done. Let's save.
Steady does it.
Uh, what's going on? There's a guy being tortured on the rack. We have visions of torture. These people have lost their souls. They're all just ash now. I don't know what's happening there. This massive structure is formed of stone, adra, and copper, and covered in strange glyphs. The air around it vibrates with an unusual energy. I guess this is the way out. Click and drag to navigate. So we're here, and we want to go to Gilded Vale, so this is the next location. It will take you 6 hours to complete your journey. Okay, here we are in a new place and we need to rest.
Steady does it.
You've discovered some camping supplies. You can use them to rest in the wilderness or dungeons, fully restoring all of your character's abilities and health. Easy difficulty allows you to carry more camping supplies, but hard restricts them severely. If you fully run out of camping supplies, try to find an inn. Most have cheap rooms available. We have major fatigue, -10 on all defenses, -20 accuracy, and ×75 maximum endurance. Let's rest. Camping will use one set of camping supplies. Do you want to camp here? Yeah, sure. Okay, we had a vision of the Pillars of Eternity. Civilization. And an outlaw. Let's pepper him with some bow maneuvers. He's running fast. My mighty fists.
Nice and slow.
That's a bit too much. Well, they don't seem to be hostile. Let's avoid them for now. More visions.
Let's go!
Shattered pieces of a crate are strewn across the dirt along with a few muddy vegetables. The grass is still flattened behind the wagon's wheels. Barrels of cabbages, potatoes, and squash have been overturned and abandoned.
Nice and slow.
I think we need a partner before we go into that cave. We must find companions.
Well met, friend.
This man appears to be hurriedly dismantling his camp in quick, jerky movements. He looks up as you approach, his expression tense and drawn. "Greetings," he says, a little breathless. "On your way south, is it?" His name is Nonton. He wipes his brow, turning to face you. "The sooner you're clear of these woods, the better, I think. Our caravan was attacked. I've been trying to get to Gilded Vale." "Hard luck, and I'm sorry to hear it. You should be fine from here. There's no missing the Vale if you keep on the road, and you haven't far to walk. But you'll want to keep clear of this place after that. We were just attacked, north of here, me and a friend of mine. We came out here to hunt some deer. Came up on a bear instead, great monstrous thing, and Pearly, he didn't make it." He shakes his head. "I don't know what I'll tell his wife. In any case, this forest already cost me a friend. I'm heading home before it takes anything else." "Who are you?" "Name's Nonton. Born and raised in Gilded Vale. Haven't had a spot of luck since." His face twists. "Luckier than Pearly, I suppose. In any case, this forest already cost me a friend. I'm heading home before... Okay, you said that. What happened to your friend?" "We didn't see it coming." Nonton's voice shakes a little as he speaks. "We were following a stag. Pearly, he saw something in the brambles, and we went tearing off after it. We all but stumbled into the cave. Poor Pearly didn't stand a chance. The bear was on top of him before we knew what was happening." "The beasts will take what they will, I suppose." He smiles sadly, and this time Galawain's favor fell upon the bear. "Where'd you find this bear?" "In a cave. I think we saw this cave. Way up that way." He points to the northwest. "I wouldn't seek it out if I were you. It was a great brute of a beast. Would hate to hear that it took another life. Farewell."
Keeping quiet.
Let's go talk to those out. No, never mind. We just killed one. Why are we going to talk to one of them? Gilded Vale South. I don't think we can take 3 on. But maybe if we lure just one out. Never mind.
Take him down.
Ouch! When a party member is reduced to 0 endurance, they are knocked out. This means they are out of the fight. But as long as your side is victorious, they will regenerate their endurance when combat ends. Even though endurance regenerates after combat, health does not. Keep an eye on the bar to the left of a character's portrait to prevent them from becoming maimed. We have died. This will be the end of this video. Hope to see you next time.